so for power building, a lot of people are like, can it be done? Well, anything can be done. So the way I look at power building is we still have our compound lifts, which is the power lifting lifts or the compound lifts in there. And I'm gonna keep the volume on a little bit of the lower end. So we're doing sets of 5, and we'll eventually work down to heavy doubles or singles towards the end of this. But for right now, I'm doing 3 sets of 5, and then I'll progressively overload that movement over time, and then we'll increase the intensity, decrease the volume. So that's how I keep the powerlifting involved in there, and by doing the compound lifts and their variations. And then the bodybuilding side of things is gonna be, we're gonna be doing a lot of supersets. And I like supersets, one, because it keeps my heart rate up, and it's gonna allow me to get a lot of work in a short amount of time. I'm a very busy guy right now. I probably have an hour to an hour and 15 minutes to train. So instead of doing all these movements as their own individual sets, I like to put antagonistic muscle groups together. So today, since upper day, with a chest and back focused, we're gonna be doing a chest movement with an antagonistic back movement, and we'll go back and forth between those two. So we're killing a couple birds with one stone, a couple stones. We're killing birds. Is that 5?
That's 5.
You counting? I highly recommend don't get tightened benches, because as I was benching, I just felt like creaks and cracks, and I couldn't keep track of my reps because I was too worried that I was gonna break the bench. Whew! Some stuff on Titan I hate. Some stuff is fine. I hate these benches. Should have never bought them. What are we gonna do? We gotta use them. So that was 325, set of 5. I think you got one more in me, 335 per set of 5, and then we'll move on. I've been wearing 3XL shirts, so no one knows if I lost any gains or not. It's like, you don't know if you're big or if you're small. I like to keep them thinking. I like to be mysterious. All right, so we'll keep it there, 335, set of 5, RPE 8. And now we're gonna move on to our supersets. Moving on to my superset. So I have an incline chest press, and then I have a dumbbell row. But I'm gonna introduce my man Kobe. Kobe's over here. Kobe is a master when it comes to the camera as well. So he does a lot of, I don't know, what do you do?
Just a lot of sports filming and photography around the area. So yeah, that's basically what I do.
And he's a college lacrosse player. I actually trained his younger brothers at high school, but he's gonna be kicking with me all summer. And we're basically gonna transform this guy into an absolute unit. So hopefully we'll get him in on the video, show his transformation. So this is actually gonna be a tip for him, but I figured we could do it on the camera. So a lot of times when people do dumbbell row, okay, they shrug using their shoulder and trap, and they pull up high towards almost like their face or their shoulder, okay? And it's easiest to do that and put a lot of weight up and use a lot of body English, right, to crank them out. They don't know any better, but if we're looking for actual hypertrophy gains and utilizing the muscle properly, what I like to do is let my arm completely hang low, and when I drive, I almost drive my elbow back slightly towards my hip pocket here. All right, so we control that eccentric. We let the arm lengthen here at the bottom, and we row up just like so, slightly on a backward angle. I guarantee you, if you guys are doing it with the first way I showed it, and you switch it to this way, you're gonna feel it a lot more in your back and utilizing the muscle the way we're trying to use it versus putting up a ton of weight, doing a ton of reps, and essentially it kind of is just like, it's kind of just garbage in my opinion. So that was more first tip for him, but I feel like some of you guys could benefit from it. So now I'm gonna get into my incline dumbbell chest press and dumbbell row superset. Save me some time, get in a lot of volume, more bodybuilding style stuff, and let's get to it. So my training has been absolute dog poop lately. Coming clean about it. I been all over the place in my schedule, coaching lacrosse, trying to get an app launched. So for me, I'm in survival mode. I'm just trying to get in a couple sessions during the week leading up to this point, because now we're on a structured program. But it just goes to show you, like, I'm just like you guys. You know, when life gets kind of crazy, our main focus is just getting in what we can. Sometimes less is more in that aspect because of the external stressors in our busy schedule. So I was probably training 3, maybe 4 times a week, which was really good for me. And now I'm training about 4 to 5 times per week. I have a set program, something I can follow, something that's manageable for my schedule. So you have to kind of adapt accordingly to what's going on in your life. I don't really know where my numbers are at, don't really have many future goals, and really I'm just focusing on, like, you know, getting good quality sessions in, feeling good, being able to move a little bit better, and now I have a little bit more time than I did in the past because stuff like lacrosse is over, so I can focus a little bit more on my training, and we'll see. All right, so right now we have our superset of chest flies and the lat pull down. Now for this day, we primarily are focusing obviously on chest and back, but I have a little bit more emphasis on chest, and then the second upper day, I switched the movements to be a little bit more emphasized to back. So we're doing pull downs today. The next workout we do is gonna be like barbell rows, some different row variations as well. But if you guys are training with me on the app, you guys will follow along and kind of see how I'm structuring it. When I'm doing the chest flies specifically, I get a lot of questions on, like, how high or how low should the cables be, and that's really personal preference on where you feel like you get the best stimulus. For me, I like to be a little bit higher, and for whatever reason, I just feel that better in my chest. I have done the low cable flies before, but I don't really get much of a chest stimulus from those. However you may, so figure out what works for you. When I'm doing a lat pull down, something I'm really trying to think about is getting the bar to come all the way down to touch my chest or my clavicle, getting that full range of motion up top. And something that helps me really engage my back is thinking about locking out my elbows at the top, and then really trying to get a full stretch and pull all the way back down. Sometimes people keep their elbows bent slightly, so if you guys are all about full range of motion, locking those elbows out at top, getting basically the machine to kind of stretch you all the way at the top end of the range of motion is going to be more beneficial for long-term muscle gains and growth. So pretty much wrapping it up with these two. I'll do a little bit of tricep work and then maybe some rear delts. That's kind of all we have for today, but that just shows you how we have our main compound lift with sets of 5, so a little bit in the lower end of the volume range there, focusing a little bit on strength, and then from there we have our accessory supersets. It's going to be higher volume, and that's kind of how we mix in the power building type theme we have going on. Also on Wednesdays, what I've been doing is a little bit more athletic style training, doing a little bit of Olympic lifts, as well as moving in different movement or planes of motion to just feel better and overall, like, what I define better and from where I'm at in my current state of physique. So been doing that. So I'm training for a total of 5 days this week, and I've been putting up what I do on Wednesdays, the conditioning routines or my total routine on Instagram. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys will be able to throw those in as well whenever you want. But for me, that's like my athletic training day. So that's pretty much all we got. All right, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. You can try this training session out. Like I said, doing the Train With Me program, which is on my app, szatstrength.programs.app, link down below. You guys can subscribe to it. There's 14 other programs there. I'm putting out programs pretty much on a monthly basis or even on a weekly basis when I come up with cool ideas that I think you guys will benefit from. So really appreciate your support and checking out the app. It's really cheap for all the quality you get. I'm also trying to put courses on there. So like when we're talking in-depth program tutorials, nutrition stuff, training, whatever, we'll have courses available on that as well. So kind of a really cool hub for content. There's also szatstrength.net, which has all our articles written by Coach Matt, who's our fitness editor. And it also has the programs a la carte that we've been selling for the last couple of years. So if you guys just want a program template, don't want to subscribe, we have the best of both worlds there. And we just appreciate any support that you guys can give us by subscribing, liking the channel, all that good stuff. Following us on social media means the absolute world. But that's all we have for today, guys. So looking forward to more content, more collaborations, helping you guys out along your journeys. But until then, guys, stay lean, mean, strength machine. Peace.